Alright, this is the coding teacher and I'm here to teach you how to code. And this video is going to be about how to set up build tools, a modern build system with Parcel so that you can use ES6 and new JavaScript features and have them transpiled to ES5. So we're using Parcel because it's right now the easiest one to set up. And I'm starting with a completely blank project. I'm going to go ahead and initialize it as a node project by saying npm init, and then I'm going to actually go ahead. I already have this, but I'm going to go ahead and add these instructions. It doesn't really do much in Windows because adding stuff globally doesn't get added to your file path. So we're going to see how to get around that later. So we already init the file, and now we're going to create a new file right here called index.html, and then we're going to create like a JavaScript folder and a CSS folder, right? And then right here we're gonna come up with our base boilerplate, parcel trial, and let's just put like throw up a good old hello world here. All right, and then in main.js, what I want to do is I want to use a bunch of new ES6 features to prove that it's getting transpiled. So let's say dummy data.js, and right here export default an array of people colon barbarian. Then we have Chrome and Mubata, and then Chrome's profession is God, and then we import dummy data from dummy data, and then we can just do, this is useless, right? But I'm just doing it to test the spread feature. So I'm spreading it and putting it back into an array, which is pointless, but it's just a test. And then right here, let me use some destructuring. Const name profession equal person, and then I'm just gonna say right here I'm gonna have a div id root, and then document.get element by id root. Actually, before that, I'm gonna create an element const new div equals document create element div, and new div dot inner text is equal to name colon profession, using a template string here, although that's pretty widely supported by browsers. Append child new div. Okay, and then in my index I want to import this guy. It's going to be js main.js. all right. And then in order to run this, I want to go to my package.json. I could just type this into here if I was using like Mac or Linux, parcel index.html, but in Windows I would have to add parcel to my path, which I don't really want to go over how to do that right now, although it's pretty easy if you want to do it. And my start script is going to be parcel index.html, and I can just say npm start now. And let's see what the problem is. Parcel is not in, so yarn add parcel. I'm adding it to my folder because of the same issue that I was mentioning a second ago about Windows and it not being in your path. You probably don't need to do this if you have a Mac or Linux. Let's give that a second. And so the cool thing about Parcel is how little you need to read to get started with it, and how little you need to configure. Although if you do want to configure things like transforms and code splitting, you can. And it comes with how module replacement out of the box. One little gotcha there is for some text editors, and IDEA is one of them, you have to basically disable the safe write feature. And all those text editors that have problems with it are Sublime Text 3, IntelliJ, Vim, and WebStorm. So all the IntelliJ family, I guess Vim and Sublime Text 3. All right, this guy finished. So now we're hitting up npm start. And it's running at localhost port 1234. And there we are. It's running our ES6 code, and look what it did. It actually, you know, it runs the web server, and it replaces your main.js link with the transpiled version. So if we go to sources, this right here, you see, this is the bundled and required version. Bundlers always add a bunch of stuff like that, a bunch of additional code. I don't really know why, but that's how they always work. All right, so cool. I hope that was informative. It's 2018. There's no real excuse to be just directly linking scripts and not running a local web server setup and not being able to use new JavaScript features, or, you know, using them and then alienating your users with older browsers. There's no excuse for any of that. I hope this helps everybody who wants to still code in vanilla.js for whatever reasons, to keep up your practice, or there's plenty of valid reasons for it. But there is no valid reason, in my opinion, to be coding in old.js or to alienate users who don't have newer browsers. So again, hope that was informative, and this is the coding teacher signing off.